Hey there, sign of Aries. This is Kim, here to do your reading. This is supposed to be a short, quick reading, but you know, if we encounter some cards that we have to go deeper with, we will. We're going to start with Krans Wild Unknown alchemy deck, and just let me mention that if it resonates and you feel like you need a personal reading, that information's in the description box below. So let's go ahead and get into this. Spirit guides, angels, please give me messages here for the sign of Aries. Krans Wild Unknown alchemy deck. That's what I'm pulling for. Wow. We're starting off with a mysterious answered prayer or a miracle coming your way. This is like very I always take this card, the Neptune card, to be that something is really not clear on how it's going to get done. But that you have sent a prayer or signal out, to the heavens, to up above, right? The blue temple is inspiration from the heavens. This is a very heavenly card. So this is a heavenly reading here. Aries, what else? It's your vision, your creativity, something coming from the heavens. Okay. This one wanted to poke out the sun. So we have gold, finding gold. Finding gold within yourself, within a relationship, within work that you do that produces gold. It's something rare, and gold does not get, affected by the elements. It's not going to tarnish or anything like that. It's going to stay gold. It's worth a lot. So you're not finding something that is worth a lot. And the sun here is bringing in or lighting up, giving you information. This new happy experience coming your way. I saw that card. I think you did too, if you saw what I was looking at. The mystical sister. And I must mention that I saw the card against nature. But it was like, it looked like it was in the reverse, or it was starting to get reversed. Like there's something in your life that's coming back into divine order for you. Maybe it hasn't ever been like that. There's something that's aligning you with a path and a purpose that's comfortable. You're also attracting different energies in. Like a moth to a flame, you could be pulling in your soul tribe, but whatever it is, this connection, this person, it's a relationship. They come in with this attachment to you spiritually. Okay. So beautiful. So you're going to be meeting new people. And you may be traveling and feeling like something is picking up, taking you here, there, and everywhere. As maybe the older things or things from your life that are not serving you anymore get burned away, Make room for this type of movement. The Quicksilver's fast. It goes here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, you can find yourself feeling like you're into states of being almost at one time during this process. So the sun, energy, healing, growth. I think a lot of this is so whatever this is bringing in gold standard relationships, gold standard for everything. Wow. Same spot too. Interesting. With Leo had the same spot. The Eight of Swords here, and then I have the Knight of Swords on the bottom, having to do here with feeling like we need to free ourselves. We need to have some freedom or embrace freedom. There has to be a change so we feel less restricted and more able to go wherever it is that we want, to do whatever it is that we want, to get out of our head about it also. The Knight of Swords, bringing in fast change, maybe end of delays kind of change. There's change. Two of Pentacles is changes. It's your choices and your decisions that lead up to change. So you might find yourself really being like here in the now moment. Focus maybe on your work. Focus, period. I mean, now I have the Two of Wands. So focus is a big thing. The Hermit is, you're going within. You're doing the spiritual work, the necessary work, reflecting and analyzing yourself, your own path, your unique individual path also. And might I add, a very spiritual path here. So 2-2, it's bringing in a new partnership. That's what I feel like. One that's attached to getting your 9 of Cups, happiness, satisfaction. 9-9, something that's done is going to be wrapped up, an ending of some sort, bringing you something better. Like I said, you may have been on your hands and knees wanting this. You know, with this Four of Pentacles, yes, it is about the building energy, building. And you're reading, I feel like you've dealt with some energies that you'd rather have yourself walled off and separated from for your own sanity, for your own spiritual and material growth. These energies here are associated, whether they're people or whatever it is, they're associated with a cycle that you're closing out. Big lesson learned. Well, what is this about the completion that we're going to have? Yeah, well, completion, it's exactly... I love it when the cards are saying what I'm saying, like as I say it. So the 10 of Wands is a completion. That's where you're done. You're done. You've carried a lot of burdens. You have worn yourself out literally to exhaustion. This even can be a body that really needs recuperating. I don't know if you're dealing with any pains or exhaustion or fatigue. I would definitely see that with the 10 of Wands. And then Judgment is on the bottom. It's the path that you prayed for. It's the steps that you're waiting to hear from the divine about. The next steps. What's after this completion? And the Five of Swords. She could be feeling like this person kind of... I think it's important to protect yourself from these other energies, these outside energies that you maybe have already been kind of walling yourself off or away from, because they try to pull you into or lure you into situations where there's conflict or there's, like, I mean, even getting people having certain relationships where there's a constant need to cause you to doubt yourself. Anything that can be said that would lure you into a state of mind where you're conflicted, not sure what to think, or maybe they tell you, maybe this is an energy or that tells you you don't know what you think. They know what you think. You know, it's like just feeling some really fighting words and stabs or jabs at your ego or at your... I don't know if I should say ego. It's more of a phrase, like, to say it like that. I'm using it as more of a phrase. Maybe they're trying to hit your confidence. That's what I'm trying to say. And I see you, like, moving from this energy. You're moving away from this energy. There's doubt. There's arguing. There's luring into situations that are not good for you. Fighting words. Fighting words is that just keep getting fighting words. Yeah, they're telling you to go ahead and release the past hold of this. Five of Cups reverse is when we have decided we're going to release this. We're not holding on to this anymore. This thing from the past that was kind of disappointing. And with the Ace of Cups, almost in the reverse, it means that we've decided I'm going to maybe protect myself with the Four of Pentacles, but also give myself the cup, right? Judgment, definitely. The path, they're saying that there's, Yeah, okay, so there's different paths, possibilities opening up. Ultimately, you're being guided by the divine with the judgment energy here. Tell us more about the path or these possibilities opening up for us. They lead to your success. They lead to you working with the right people. Wow. In cooperation. So that success and, oh, I also have 10 of Pentacles on the bottom. Very similar message to Leo's, but the Ace of Pentacles is the new opportunity. So it's leading you to this path. That is the path. And it does have financial stability and protection. The Queen of Cups is you give, that is the embodiment here of you giving yourself that whole ace. Giving yourself the whole cup. It's being open and receptive to new experiences also, or new ways of receiving love in your life. So something's going to be working together in cooperation, in unison with spirit for your success. For not, maybe not just your success, but for also everybody else's success involved in this plan. It looks like you're being led. Yeah. I guess we'll go. We'll pull some more cards. Three of Swords reversed is that fresh new start and going away from a very painful situation. Maybe something here with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse that made you look. This is about being okay to do something on your own, going off for this fresh new start on your own, and you're gonna have the right people and encounters being brought onto your path. But Page of Wands reverse, Three of Pentacles reverse is. It keeps talking about these other energies that are really not there to support you or see you, inspire you. They're here to criticize. They're here to cause disharmony for whatever purpose that's served in a cycle, for whatever. I mean, I definitely know that I don't understand all the time, but so I think this is attributed to the other energy, and there's a big possibility of great success with this Ace of Pentacles. Could be that the spirit here, literally the divine, is about to really reward you. Five of Pentacles reverse after you've been through some very hard challenges where there was just something missing, and it had to do with your happiness, or even individuals not wanting to see you happy. So you can give us clarification on this situation that is evolving or wrapping up. Child in reverse, a person that was blocking your manifestation, blocking some gifts, some talents, or good things coming into you. It was a person, it was a relationship. There was a tie on a path. At one time, it may have been quite literally with a child. But I'm viewing also this child in the reverse as manifestations that just didn't happen. The gifts that were not received by you because of this energy either blocking it or causing your energy to dip in during certain times of conflict, breadcrumbing you, not giving you what you deserve, or just not giving you anything really. The privileged lady in the reverse. It was a fight for something that wasn't working in the first place, is what it feels like. Great fortune and message. So see, when we have those types of energies that, or those people, those situations, those friends that for some reason seem to not want to see you succeed, or not necessarily, usually they're people that every time you talk to them, they're focused on the negatives, or they're focused on the things that you should, they're not encouraging towards your passions. They're usually encouraging you to worry. And it may be because they can sense this energetic shift coming into your life of an answered prayer of great fortune. And here's the message. So that judgment, that's tied to the message. So it's like they're saying detailed instructions. You will be given detailed instructions because you're about to be bestowed great fortune. And so, yeah, I mean, it's like an Ace of Pentacles, but this is a guarantee for you. I'm just sensing a lot of bitter people. Bitter people. It's always seems to be very spiritually weak people, in my experience, that would want to sabotage or get in the way of somebody's divine blessings, and they're not really going to be able to, but I think that they can cause some significant delays, or they can cause you to slip into sabotaging ways, self-sabotaging ways. And then when that's done, it's kind of like they're like, oh, the karma's being lifted from them because now you're doing it to yourself, but they're the trigger for it. And I think they're very well aware of that most time. They're not doing well, they're going to make somebody else, like I said, spiritually they're broke. So you are spiritually wealthy, and you're about to see yourself being spiritually wealthy in the physical also, like seeing it manifest in physical ways for yourself too. No more stopping this divine blessing is what I'm getting. No more stopping this divine blessing. So let's pull from these angels. It's my Heaven or Hell oracle. I love this oracle. Let's see what would be influencing this. What would be influencing this reading or the situation? It says destruction of environment, and then it says healing capacity for the higher angel. So you have a person that was in the environment that was causing things to be destructive. I don't think it means like destruct, like tearing down the environment. I think it's talking about your personal peace and sanctity. So something that has to do, I'm getting that this had to do with your environment. Just maybe unleashing the energy of destruction. Yeah, fall of empires. Versus your higher order angel trying to give you prosperity. So while somebody else is falling and they're spiritually poor or broke, they're trying to sabotage something that is clearly coming, prosperity that is coming for you. And that is the influence for you though right now too. So it might be a fall of their empire. You need to have patience at this time. And combat laziness at all times if you can. Make sure you get your rest, but have patience and don't fall into laziness. That's easy to do. It is. It's easy to do. What else? For Aries, what else? You have a mission. So you have mission here. Divine mission. And then on the other side, you'll have an influence that says, hey, let's disregard all the rules. I'm thinking universal laws, spiritual laws. And that might be why somebody else is not doing as good spiritually as you. I literally have fortune and fame coming out. On the other side, it says self-made person. This is when you know that the divine's helping you. I mean, come on. It's when you're on this path where you're very powerful because you're the divine being that definitely extends their energy to the higher ones to help. Obedience to your mission, to your plan versus the war and strife. And having wise discernment during this time. Other people here, if you're spiritually suffering, you may take cowardly action, and it would usually be against somebody else or some type of revenge or wrath. Yeah. So you have the higher order angel here, politics and ambition, and traitors and conspiracy. I definitely think that's what you've had to kind of like deal with. Sorry, that's a lot. Okay, Aries, I'm going to pull from the 108 deck and then the Angel Numbers deck and wrap it up so I can do a few readings tonight for all the signs. Hopefully I can get them all done. That would be great. Upload speed, upload speed time. Yeah, very important that the right people are being brought into your life. So have friends, friendship, group, soul tribe, third person, contact, relate, network, show up, hang out. Social media, interpersonal. There's a connection with the divine mission and with the swords and scales here. I feel like that's the truth, your spiritual truth, universal laws, truth and justice, fair, nice. 111 angels. Angels. Crystal ball says intuition, premonition, seeing clearly, sixth sense, ESP, past, present, future, and the inner knowing. It's also just one example of a divination tool. You can have many. And then emerald, healing, fertility, growth, free-flowing love, mature love, heart chakra. I have the card winter, the crone, within 9 to 12 months. Not really sure if that one, how that one wanted to come out, or if it wanted to come out. So for someone though, the 9-month could be significant if you're wanting to conceive, right? Just a side note, that could be an answered prayer for someone, for sure. Dice, gamble, taking a risk, luck, chances are, roll with it, potential and what happens next. Bodybuilder, strength, power, discipline, determined, self-improvement. And the youth card is about being flexible here because you're about to break free from a situation, going into something that you've never tried before, basically. So I have, maybe during a time of uncertainty, if you're not really sure how this is going to come in, but it is, you're part of a group here that is like for to help alleviate suffering for others. You're part of the light worker group, humanitarian. You're very generous, and definitely you could be exchanging or receiving gifts if you're in the position, vice versa with the Six of Pentacles. Maybe we're uncertain about how this yacht card is coming in, affluence, luxury, self-indulgence, prosperity, wealth, but it is, and there's also something tied to you. And you see all the other crosses, there's a lot of them, and it feels like a group or soul tribe that has answered the call for a mission, who's down for a cause. That's what I'm feeling with that. All right, so mission we have twice. Prosperity we have showing up more than twice. We have prosperity showing up with the tarot, with the Kipper, with the angels, and with the other deck as well. So every single deck that I've brought out has talked about prosperity and something being an increase in your finances, in your wealth. It's for the, oh wow, it's for the purpose of your mission. I just want to add, well, the candle went out. That means something's complete with you. Something is complete. It's time for the next. It's time for the next thing. So possibly you have maybe been in a situation where there were like alarm bells off and your spiritual ears heard them, but we stayed in it a little bit too long. And it might be because you're a kind-hearted person. So you are open-minded, open-hearted, and your ambition is to leave this world better than you found it. Make sure your goals are aligned with the collective highest good of all. I'm kind-hearted. Definitely feel like maybe that might be why we're being a little bit more careful, loving still, a very loving, caring, compassionate person, but with our boundaries, you know, with our shields up if we need them. Oh, I saw 666 here a minute ago too. Yeah. So there's this 18 about your warm heart, right? And then 6 says your heart is your gift. You're a natural born nurturer. You have a talent for speaking up for others. I am nurturing. So 11 says you have a keen awareness of what's happening. A strong intuition is your gift, and it will help you understand the unspoken feelings and thoughts of others. And I'm also going to close out with one of the white light oracles for you. What's on top? Kerosene. Oh, this is about to blow up in a big way, to burn up the things that don't need to be there. So somebody might get provoked, and somebody might be jealous or envious to see what's coming your way, this divine blessing, but they don't know all about your divine mission. They don't know all the details that you know, and you are really probably not wanting to share all of that. And that's usually pretty good. Just do it. Bath coal and seraph. So you have a strong connection to the higher angels or seraphim. Maybe doing with something with frequency of your voice, of sound, frequency, I don't know, maybe you compose music or something like that. There's something about your frequency that you deal with, and maybe it's just your voice has a frequency that emits healing because it's connected to the seraphim. Interesting. That's interesting. So Bath Cole says, eschew complicated explanations as you seek the simplicity of the deepest truth of your heart. Gently but firmly cast aside that which does not resonate being true for your heart. Focus upon and speak from a higher spiritual perspective. All prayers are answered in the perfect time and in the perfect way. You have a powerful voice which can foster healing and wisdom on our planet. Guys, I didn't even look at this one yet. And I got that from that last card, but we started off the reading with an answered prayer. An answered prayer. And then the seraphim, I thought, boy, they're known for having that, that high frequencies. They're just kind of known for that sound. And so you have healing to offer through the things that you say. And don't forget your affirmations, even if it's just in your mind, to affirm to yourself how maybe if you need to be reminded that you're here for a higher cause, that you have favor, that you're very connected to the divine. I am one with the Creator. Whatever it is that you have to affirm, you have a strong connection with Spirit, with the divine, with your communication. All right, sending you light and love. Bye.